5 colours in Magic the Gathering: white, blue, black, red and green. Each colour comes with its own traits and playstyles. Some of the mechanics may overlap colour to colour, but the core values of each colour remain unique. The colour order of Magic is commonly known as Wooburg, for white, blue, black, red and green. Since there are 2 colours beginning with B, blue is represented as a U. We don't think anyone knows why blue was relegated over black, but let's just roll with it. Spells have a cost in the Magic currency of mana. Mana comes from lands. White mana comes from plains, blue from islands, black from swamps, red from mountains and green from forests. Turning our land card sideways, known as tapping, adds 1 mana to our mana pool for each tapped land. This is then available to spend on casting spells. Let's take a look at this in action. This aerial responder is a white spell. White stands for morality, order and peace. They are usually represented through angelic creatures and other flyers. The stereotypical white spell gains life or prevents damage. In addition to the border colour, we know this is a white spell because the mana symbols indicate a spell's colour. Here we see that 2 planes and 1 mana of any colour must be used to cast this spell. Blue spells are built on a foundation of control. The cards usually counter spells that the opponent casts and try to enter into a long game where threats are dealt with early on. Drawing cards and acting at instant speed fuel an often dramatic finish. We can see this is a blue card as it costs 1 island plus 1 mana of any colour to cast. Black spells represent amorality and use their controller's life total and graveyard as resources. Black spells often demonstrate that power comes at a cost. Cards such as Lurking Evil are what we call a black heavy spell, meaning each mana spent to cast it must be a swamp. Red spells aim to kill their opponent quickly and efficiently. They often lack late game strategy and so must use cheap spells that are hasty and quick to deal damage. Fanatical Firebrand costs only 1 red mana to cast and can attack straight away thanks to its haste ability. Green spells focus on finding and generating extra mana so that high cost spells can be cast ahead of time. Green enjoys playing big creatures that often outgrow the opponent. This Colossal Dreadmaw is a large creature with a large mana cost of 6. This means that we need 2 forests and 4 generic mana to cast it. Feldegriff is an example of a multicoloured card. These are commonly known as gold borders and often have traits of all the colours that they represent. This card is green, white and blue and is treated as all colours. For example, if a spell said all green creatures get +2/+2 and all white creatures get +2/+2, then Feldegriff will get +4/+4 as he is both white and green. A forest, plains, island and 1 other must be spent to cast this card. You can see from this example we have used the Sunpetal Grove as part of our payment. This is an example of a dual coloured land. Dual lands can give their controller options regarding which colour of mana is produced. This makes playing multicoloured spells easier. Due to their power and flexibility, dual lands often come with restrictions on how they enter the battlefield. Just to note, non-basic lands, such as dual lands, belong to sets and so are subject to format restrictions. If you haven't already, see our previous video on formats. Finally, we have colourless spells. These are decorated with a grey border and have no coloured mana symbols in their cost. For example, this is Emrakul and she costs 15 mana. Mana of any colour can be used to cast these cards, whether they are basic lands or otherwise. You can use a rainbow of colours or mana of all the same colour. Large spells like Emrakul can also be cast for less providing you have the right cards, but that's a whole other video. This feels like a good time to mention converted mana cost, or CMC. The CMC of a card is how much mana it costs to cast that card. Regardless of if you manage to pay less for this, a card's CMC is static. If we take the cards on the screen as an example, each one has a CMC of 3. This is regardless of whether we pay 3 specific colours or 1 specific colour and 2 generic. The totals are still the same. CMC is relevant in Magic as cards such as Ritual of Sut are affects cards with a named converted mana cost. In this instance, the Goblin Chain Whirler, Evolution Sage, and Aeromunculus would all be destroyed by this spell. Each colour of Magic has its place in the game and has benefits and drawbacks alike. The best ways to find out which colour suits you is to play with them. There's no wrong choice and it's fun to experiment with mixing different colours together. If you have enjoyed this video, then please like, share and subscribe to the channel for more videos in our Beginner's Guide to Magic series. You can follow us on all the socials at Making Mythic, and we would appreciate any comments you have about the video or the series as a whole. Thanks for watching, see you next time.